Hi, I'm Benovator, and recently I acquired three not new, but microwaves, and I took them apart, of course, naturally, and took out the three great components in them: the transformer, the capacitor, and the magnetron. The magnetrons are useless. I have about 1 million of them lying around now. I should put them on eBay. Anyway, if it looks like there's a fourth microwave on the far left, that is just a case. Don't be fooled. Also, I hate tamper-proof Torx. I really do hate them. I should buy a tamper-proof Torx wrench, but why do I have to buy a new wrench? Because manufacturers are assholes and use these things. Anyway, I got all three of these, and I put two of them with the primaries in parallel, and then another one and put it in series with the secondary of the third one shorted out to act as a ballast. Apparently you can make a ballast this way to reduce current to a manageable level so it doesn't constantly trip circuit breakers. Anyway, in all of these tests, all of the microwaves that are producing high voltage are put in series. They're never put in parallel. I need more voltage, and amperage means much less than voltage. More voltage, better. That's the point of this. So, like I said, I tried out this first setup, and the result was not very satisfying. So then after this less than satisfactory result, I tried it without the ballast in place. Just simply hooked it up as if the ballast weren't in place. And this was the result. I found it extremely satisfactory. But after that, I had the issue of they would overheat. These microwave ovens have a terrible tendency to overheat, and I want to get rid of this. So what I did is I got all four of them. I put two of them in series, and then I got another two and hooked those up in series, and then hooked them up in parallel. It's kind of confusing. This is how it looks. So the point of this was so that each transformer only makes 1,000 volts of the 4,000 volts, so that the heat wouldn't build up in just two. It would build up in all four, so that heat would be far more manageable. Heat wouldn't cause these to break down nearly as quickly, because I want them to last as long as possible. I want them to be able to run for as long a duration as possible. So I tried out this formula, tried out this setup, and it wasn't nearly as satisfactory as when I just had two in series. So hopefully I will eventually be able to overcome this, but as is, hooking up all four doesn't necessarily mean it's better than just two. So also, if you were wondering about the capacitors, without the capacitors, as you can see in the video, when I spark off the bolt, it's when I'm arcing off of the bolt, that's bypassing the capacitors entirely. These arcs are small, relatively small, depending on the setup. But when I arc it off the bolts on the right, usually, it's using the capacitors. Now, this capacitor bank is set up to be 2 microfarads and 4,000 volts, or actually 4,200 volts. So the stuttering mess. Apparently, microwaves naturally resonate with 2 microfarads of capacitance. These specific ones with 2 microfarads of capacitance. So that's what I set up, and it makes the arcs far, far longer. And it's very interesting. It's a great result. So hopefully you enjoyed this, and if you have any questions about the setup, please ask me. I'm willing to answer them within a reasonable amount of time, but don't ask me a really general retarded question like what is voltage or something. Peace.